Now, as I promised before, and I've spoken about it throughout the shows throughout the week. Richard is a representative of TAP Australia, a unique social thanking platform for the public to thank the unsung heroes working and volunteering in services from firefighting to physiotherapy. Now, we have Richard on the line. How are you today, Richard?
I'm doing very well, thank you, John.
Oh, hang on, Richard. We might have to, because I was talking to you on that other one. We'll try again. How are you, Richard?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you,
Oh,
John. How
that's
are you?
much better.
Excellent.
Oh, it is a Friday and we are live. See, I love live radio because anything can happen. Now,
Yes.
Richard, you made is it an app or a social media platform like Facebook?
Well, at the moment, it's a social media platform that's mostly on a website. We've got an app which is coming through for your smartphone. We've also got an Alexa app coming up as well, so that people that have difficulties with some bits of technology can just send messages through voice.
Right. So the website what we're talking about is called www.thankandpraise.com.au, and
That's right.
so what people can do is go there and thank like frontline workers. Is that what it's about, or what? Can you tell me more about what people can do on that website?
Yeah, sure. So, well, we were founded in the first place by an English couple called Sandy and Philip Curtis. Their child was really ill, and they'd received a load of amazing service. Um, and they wanted to thank people, but they kind of realised that there was no easy way to do that because, if you're in accident and emergency at your local hospital, the last thing you do is sort of say to the nurse next to you, well, oh yeah, what's your name? So I can say thanks to you later. And, you don't think about it. So they realised this wasn't possible. So they set up TAP. And the idea is that we have clients who are hospitals, schools, volunteer organisations. Like you say, we've signed up the Fireys in Western Australia. And if you want to send a message of thanks to one of our clients, then you can get online either through the website or through WhatsApp, or as I say, through Alexa soon. And you can say, well, thank you very much for rescuing my cat from the terrible house fire that we had.
Yeah, no, and do you know what,
And we will
Richard?
then find the right person.
Yeah, Richard, what a great idea! Because I remember when my dad passed away about 8 years ago, right? And he died of cancer, bless his soul. But he passed away, and my family wanted to sort of like help the nurses out who supported him and all that sort of thing. But there was no way to do it, right? So
Yeah.
what we ended up doing was just creating a little jar thing that we put at the hospital on their counter where my dad was, and people could just donate to that to support like the Cancer Foundation and stuff like that. So I think it's very hard, as you said, it's very hard to thank these, because do you know what? They're very humble people. And the nurses and all that sort of thing don't want thanks. That's their job, as I guess. And so this is just another way you can actually reach out to them. So do the nurses, how does it get to them?
Well, we sign up a hospital. So let's say we sign up a local hospital to you, and we'll then get individual members of staff to sign up. And so then if, for example, your dad, and I'm very sorry to hear about your dad.
Oh, that's all right, mate.
If your dad's unwell and in this case sadly passes away, then you can get onto the website, sort of say, okay, well, he was in this ward, and we'd really like to thank the nurse. I think her name was Jane or Jean or something. And we'll then go and we'll find the right person. We'll make sure that the message gets to them. The other thing we do is also we check every message. So we make sure that every single message is positive. So if you sort of say, well, thanks, Jean, but Jane was absolutely terrible and, she was an awful person. And
Like a bit of a bit,
that might
like
get through.
it's not going to turn into a bitch network.
No.
No,
So
definitely not.
we're not like Twitter or
No,
something
no,
like
that's
that.
right. Now, Richard, TAP Australia is a free service, right, for anyone to send
right.
or receive a message.
Anybody can send and receive a message. So obviously we have costs. We need to make money to keep the site running. So what we do is, let's say you were talking earlier about wanting to give a donation to a cancer ward. And so if you wanted to do that, let's say you gave $20 to the cancer ward, we'd then go out and find a corporation, a company that wanted to do good in the community, and we'd get them to match your donation.
Fantastic.
We then take 25% of the company's donation. That pays for our costs. So that pays for the upkeep of the website. It pays for my salary. Well, not that I get a salary at the moment, but hopefully I will do one day. And so your $20 becomes $35. Our website manages to keep going. And we think that everybody benefits that way.
No, like Richard, I think this is a great A great platform. Now, Tap Australia, it's only a brand new startup in Australia, looking to build on the success of Tap in the UK. Now, we just lost Richard there on the line, but hopefully we can grab him back for some reason. But Tap Australia, yeah, sorry, Richard, we just lost you. But what I was saying was Tap Australia is a brand new startup in Australia.
That's right.
But however, over 4,000 messages have been collected in the UK and Australia so far.
That's right. So in the UK, we partnered with schools and hospitals mostly. In Australia, we actually had the DFES in Western Australia contact us because they have a problem where they get so many messages of thanks that they don't really know what to do with them. So they've asked us to help them direct them. And also, if your house is on fire, the last thing you think to do is to say to the fire standing next to you, thanks for saving the cat. Oh, by the way, what's your name, mate?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's not exactly top of your
it's not. Yeah, of course not. I lost my PlayStation. Yeah, no,
exactly. Yeah. So we are looking to try and help the DFES actually direct the messages so that the right crews get the right messages.
And now, Richard, did you start this because you had something tragic happen in your life, or you're just a good bloke? Like, why did you start this?
Well, it was a couple in England called Sandy and Philip Curtis, and they had a very sick child, and they realised that they couldn't thank them. The reason why I'm involved is that their friend Matt actually sort of started pushing it towards being a bit more of a business. I think it got to a point where Sandy and Philip couldn't really take it any further. So Matt's had taken it and run with it, and I went to university with Matt.
Oh wow!
And I honestly hadn't seen him for 20 years or something. And he got in touch through a mutual friend and said, "Well, look, I'm doing this thing in England. Do you want to try and see if you can get something going in Australia with it as well?" We've got CEO who's brilliant, who I work for. And I'm just sort of doing my best to get the word out there, and just help people with banking others.
Yeah, so basically what you're looking for is like schools to sign up and hospitals. What about police stations and that sort of? Because don't forget, the poor coppers, they have to deal with a lot. Is there a way to thank them and through the platform as well? A lot of people don't like the police, but especially a lot of my listeners don't like the police. I can tell you that right now, but I don't mind them. I don't mind.
Well, I suspect you find that a lot of people don't like the police until they get burgled.
Yeah, that's right. Or a few beers in them. But
they reckon a Conservative is a Liberal that hasn't been mugged.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, So you're looking for basically like all the healthcare, social care, emergency services, and education while raising match funds for good causes.
Correct. Yeah. So we don't have to do both parts. So if, for example, a police station was to sign up with us or a police unit, then we wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for them to use the funding part of it. But we're happy to work with them to do the banking part. But then, if they had a charity fund or something like this, then we'd be happy to work with them on that too. So they can contact us through the website, which is Thank and Praise. So it's thank singular and praise.com.au. Or they can find us on the usual social media, Twitter, Facebook, Insta, and we're Tap Australia.
Yeah, cool. Because I've got a piece of paper here, but it says your Facebook page is Thank Australia, but I think it's more just TAP, isn't it? If you type in TAP.
Australia on social media.
Yeah, that's right. Now, so Richard, what you're doing there is a wonderful idea. I think it's a great thing. And so, how many subscribers have you got in Australia so far? Can you tell me that?
In Australia, we've signed up 2 people.
2.
So far, we've really been going about 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, so it's only a brand new startup business. This one.
Absolutely. So we've signed up the DFES in Western Australia.
Sure.
Which is huge. And then we've got a guy that's just starting off a physiotherapy in Canberra.
So will you hopefully, so you're hoping that maybe there's some bosses at hospitals and stuff listening to us right now, which I'm sure they are, I don't know. But are you hoping that some of these, so basically, as I said before, you're looking for schools and hospitals, and what about aged care homes, that sort of thing, just to think, because if your nana's got dementia, like Katie Little, because you and I know a similar person, which is Katie Little, Jeannie Little's daughter, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
and my dad also died of
dementia.
So, Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Something close to my heart too.
Yeah, same as my nana. So she died of that as well. And what a horrible disease. But do you know what? You want to thank those people as well who are working 24 hours a day looking after these
absolutely.
people, your relatives and your blood. So what a great way to, and a lot of them, as I said before, are very humble people and they don't really want thanks. It's just part of their job. But what you're doing is it's more as you know, you got like keyboard warriors and stuff, and they seem to say whatever they like when they're sitting at home in their homes. And you'd probably say something to them nicely that you probably wouldn't feel comfortable saying in real life.
Yeah, and anybody that wants to send a negative message, well, we just filter those out. So none of those will get through. Every message is checked by a person to make sure that that it's a positive message. We are trying to set up artificial intelligence, but it's a bit tricky. So, yeah.
No, well, Richard,
the IT guy.
Yeah, no, don't get too involved in the IT stuff. Same as my radio station, mate. I just let the bloke up the road do it. If there's a problem, if there's a light flashing in the studio, mate, he gets a phone call straight away. I don't care what day or time of night it is, Richard, he'll get a call straight away.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, mate, good luck with the small business, and hopefully it becomes huge. As you said, it's only 4 weeks old, and it's Tap Australia, and also
Tap Australia on social media.
Yep.
Praise.com.au.
Amazing, mate. And I hope it works all out for you very well. And all you can do is try your best. And I think it's a very humble thing that you're doing as well.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Look, I'd love to come back on maybe in a few months' time and just maybe update your listeners as to where we're going.
Of course, and we'll definitely follow this story up. And for sure, Richard. I love following. As I said, everybody, this ain't Channel 9. I'll follow the story up, all right? So don't you worry about that, my friend. Hey, thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And it's called Tap Australia. Oh, thank you very much, Richard. Have a great day, mate.
Yeah, no, thank you, John.
Thank you, Richard.
Bye now.
That's Richard from Tap Australia. So, as it said, thank and praise. I think it's a great idea. So, thankandpraise.com.au. You can also find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank Australia. And so what it is, it's a unique social thanking platform for the public to thank the unsung heroes working and volunteering in services from firefighting to physiotherapy. How cool is that? Hey, coming up in the next hour, the latest news headlines. Plus, I'm talking to a fantastic band from Melbourne. Stay tuned.